I mean, old April was still there. I mean, I had a long way to go. But honey, I looked at her. I sat into one hip. I rolled my neck. And I was about to speak some words that would have probably not ended up very well for me. And Jerry Zach goes, okay, everybody take 10. Let me speak to you in the hall, April. And I was like, yeah, okay. As I walked out of the room, I was staring at Shimmy Girl. We get in the hallway, and Jerry tells me, and yes, I'm telling this story now. He's like, thank you for holding your tongue. That was completely unacceptable and unprofessional of her, and I will speak to her. Don't know if he ever really did. He says, you were doing what you were asked to do because back up, before we went into the hallway, I guess, Joey ran over to him and told him what he had told me to do. Thank you, Joey. You had my back. But even if Joey hadn't have told him that, I'm there as the understudy. I'm supposed to be back there learning the material. I wasn't in her way. I wasn't in front of her. I wasn't next to her. I was in the back of the room, but I was fierce. So wherever I am or wherever I was, I drew and draw attention. So there's that. Anyway, Jerry says, don't worry about learning it. We're cutting the number anyway. So yeah. I said, okay. He said, take a minute. I took about 20 minutes before I came back in the room because I was still heated and mad. However, after that, she and I would never recover. She and I would have words throughout my time at Smokey Joe. That's how she treated me within the first 3 days of me meeting her. You know, you have to be careful sometimes with people in show business. Men and women, because men can be just as shady as women. I learned a valuable lesson that day though. It didn't serve me later because I still had my hot tongue. I'm not somebody that starts trouble. I'm not. And I know I have had a reputation of that, but that has never been who I am. But what I have had a reputation for that people don't seem to acknowledge is I'm a responder. I respond when I'm being spoken to in a certain way, or if I feel or felt like things weren't and aren't being handled correctly. You know, I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the ways of Broadway, how things work, and dealing with racism. My white female counterparts were treated very differently than me, and I called it out constantly. And that's not something you're supposed to do. But I am what I am, as Popeye would say. I never recovered from that because I was just not mature enough to recover from it at that time. And she was Caucasian. And I felt some type of way about her trying to embarrass me in front of a room full of black people. And my